Hey mothers out there, I'm Brooke and I just wanted to share with you a Mother's Day craft project for yourself or for a friend, somebody that you know as a mom, your own mom. If you have just regular coffee filters in your home like this, you can easily make this. This beautiful rose, it looks so realistic, it's crazy. I mean, I've got so many different colors going on. Right, this one's my favorite one. I've had Gemma working on flowers too, and hers look like this. It's really simple, so I'll go ahead and show you how. Okay, so get a stack of 5 coffee filters, fold them in half, and then fold that half 2 more times. 1, 2. And then if you know how to cut a heart without a template, just go right ahead and start cutting a heart shape, because when you unfold it, there you have it, a heart. So then what you'll do is cut the folds. That's the biggest fold here. And then you've got 2 other folds that you need to cut. One there. Go ahead and cut that. Find the other fold, cut right into that. And then you'll have individual hearts all ready to go ahead and dip in your dye. And in this case, I am using food coloring, and I got my color formulas from the box of the food coloring. But as a colorist, I go ahead and experiment with colors and just see what I end up with. You can also use watercolors if you have them as well. So go ahead and keep dipping your petals, and I'll show you how to create an ombre effect. Once you have all of your petals fully colored, you can pat them dry. I suggest doing that instead of wringing them out, because they get a little bit wrinkled if you wring them out. So pat them dry with a napkin and see how I am creating this ombre effect by just dipping the very tips of the petals, and it'll bleed up. So don't be afraid to get that really interesting look and unique technique of this ombre effect. And once they're completely done with your ombre, we're going to go ahead and lay them out on a baking sheet and put them in the oven for a few minutes on 200, and look at how nicely dried they are. It looks so natural. Some of the edges are a little bit toasted. I love it. So here's the flower that we're going to go ahead and construct. Grab a heart and a toothpick and just simply roll it up gently. Roll it and create that nice little inside of the flower bud, and just twist it around the toothpick nice and tight. Go ahead and start layering them, and you can stagger the lengths of the petals while continuously twirling them around. You can use floral tape, you can use Scotch tape, whatever you feel that you need to secure them, but they do tend to wrap around nice and tight and secure around this toothpick. I'm going to go ahead and use glue just as a reinforcement. Don't use too much because it'll become too wet and it'll be hard to work with. You don't want the coffee filter to fall apart, so just gently twirl it around to really help secure it and give it that nice kind of waxy feel to it. And you could add a little bit of glue each time you add another layer of petals. Constructing the petals, folding them nicely so that they don't bend awkwardly. Add another petal. Keep twirling around the toothpick. And look at how nicely it's coming along with just a few petals. I tend to use about 5 or 6 to get a really good, nice shape rose, but I've also made some really big roses, so you can just keep adding depending on what size of a rose you want there to be. Look at that. Awesome. You can add glue to raise the petals so that they stay up higher and secure it to the petal before it. And look at the different texture and color that we've got from the oven and just lightly toasting and drying our coffee filters. I like to use glue on the stem and just really make sure that the last petal that I've secured is really on there and it's not going to peel back. And just kind of twirl it around. Look at how good that looks, you guys. I love it. Now, if you have a tool like a watercolor brush or a pen or a pencil, go ahead and just roll the edges down just to give it that natural finished withered look. I mean, we've already got some different colors and texture from drying them in the oven. Why don't we complete it with just rolling those edges down? Look how natural that looks. Okay, so that's how you make these really super cute roses and flowers. There's so many different ways that you can design your flower. You can cut different shapes and petals. You can use texture, scissors to create some nice edges. The list goes on, and it's so much fun. It's peaceful, it's relaxing. If you love crafts, you'll love doing this. Happy Mother's Day. Thanks for watching. Bye.